Greetings wonderful humans, welcome back to another video. Now after two videos of reasonably big builds, I wanted to build something a lot smaller. So as you can see behind me here, we have the entrance to the new storm shelter on the main house. And that's it. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next video. That was a joke, please don't leave the video, please. Now what this actually is the entrance to the largest storage facility I've ever built. Not that I've built it yet. I was going to build the storehouse in the garden, but the picture I've got in my brain for the storehouse, the garden's not big enough. So I figured going underground made the most sense. So let's see where we're up to so far. I've built this room, and this is going to be the entrance to our bubble elevator. Currently we're on level 60, and I want about 15 blocks of clearance, of head height clearance. So I think we're going to dig down to probably something like level 40. And start our build there. So I suppose the next thing to do is, well, start digging. Alright, so jumping forward just a little bit, this is our bubble elevator complete. We are down at level 40, and I just used the soul sand and kelp method for this bubble elevator. It's a very simple thing, but now we have an easy way up and down. Let's continue with the digging. But first I figured it would be a good idea to shape out one of the chest bays and get an idea for what the rest of the room would look like. But to do that, I would need more wood. Alright, so here is our bank of 20 double chests, just to start us off and get us an idea of, well, how things are going to look. What I want to do is I want to do the entire place in polished diorite and pale oak and copper. Polished diorite mainly because I think it looks pretty cool, and also because I can't be bothered to go to the nether and farm quartz. So polished diorite it is. The front row of this lower section is going to be a row of steps facing inwards towards the chests, and then all of the rest of the walls are going to be polished diorite, and then copper trimmings, copper on the floor, things like that. But to do that, I just need to dig more, I suppose. So let's get on with it. Oh, it looks like we have a cave. That is going to save me a hell of a lot of digging. Nice. One of the slight downsides to having broken through into a cave and saved me all of that digging is the sheer number of pests that constantly want to end me. It's not fun, and yeah, they just won't stop coming, so I think I'm going to have to finish this floor, make safe this area here, and then go up into the higher section and find out where they're all bloody coming from. The ever-present threat of being murderized by skeletons and such aside, this really has saved me a lot of work. Now we just need to build out this floor so I actually don't drop into a bottomless cave and murderize myself. After making the floor safe, I moved over to the far side of the room and I started building a cobble wall 1 block back from what would be the finished internal wall, just to keep all of the nasties out. I then moved across to the other side and started clearing out some of the material I was going to need to clear in order to make all of those bays that I wanted to make. And then I realised that I hadn't actually taken that wall back far enough. I'd only left enough space for 1 bay over by the elevator, so that meant me having to dig back about another 8 or 9 blocks or something like that in order to accommodate where the base actually should have been. It wasn't all bad though, because by digging out all of this material I uncovered quite a lot of diorite, and I'm going to need quite a lot of diorite in order to make this room look exactly how I want it to look. This is actually quite big. Bigger than I've envisioned it, honestly, and that's fine because it's all going to be filled with these bays and they're all going to be filled with chests. But I am noticing a few things I need to do. First of all, I think I'm going to need to take this floor down maybe another 2 or 3 blocks, which is a pain because this is like a floating floor above that cave. So before I get onto that, let's go farm a whole bunch of materials. So here we have the first few bays complete with chests and everything. In between the bays we have these copper grills with lanterns behind just to cast this nice sort of ambient glow around every bay. We have those lined with the pale oak shelves, and I need to make a whole lot more of those pale oak shelves because I think they're a really nice decorative element, and based on what I want to do in this room, we're going to need quite a few of them. Alright, so the bays are finally completely full of chests and they're all pretty much done. I do need to farm more copper, however, to get these copper grills over on this other side. There are quite a few bays that still don't have those copper grills, and I want to use copper for the floor as well. We do have some copper up here in the ceiling, but I need to clear all of that material up there on that side just to be able to get the roof exactly how I want the roof. What I'm thinking of is like not really a domed roof per se, but I do want it to kind of curve in from the corners and you know, have some detail up there. So now I need to clear all that material and farm a hell of a lot of copper. Because not only do I want to throw a bunch of copper golems in here to sort out everything, I also want to make a path around the entire perimeter of the room 3 blocks wide, so that is going to require an absolute shed load of copper. So let's get up there and get all that crappy material out of the way, and then let's go on an epic copper farm. It was at this point that for whatever reason our Enderman friend here thought it was a good time to kick off. Despite the fact that I was up in the roof, out of line of sight completely, he just figured it was time to have a good old shout. So well, I came downstairs and I slapped him before I continued to build. took some doing, but I finally got this corner symmetrical. This would have been so much easier using something like Axiom, so I could just copy and paste all of these different sections of the roof. But no, we don't do cheats on this world. This is the forever world. Everything's in survival. And this was a royal pain in the ass. But now I've got to replicate it 3 more times. So here it is, the finished storeroom, and to say I'm happy with this would be an understatement. I think this looks absolutely awesome. Those pillars at the bottom there, they all incorporate a combination of furnaces, crafting tables, stone cutters, and either blast furnaces or smokers, so that no matter where you are in this room, you've got access to crafting. And yeah, I mean, this just looks really, really cool, I think. And without actually meaning to, this took pretty much exactly 100 days. I think I might have actually gone over to 101 days. I'm really, really happy with this build, considering the whole thing was done in survival, and I farmed all of the materials. It's, yeah, I'm happy with it. And now I have the ultimate storeroom. These copper golems, though, by the way, absolutely bloody useless, as far as I can tell. They just put stuff wherever they like. It's chaos down there, but it looks good. And that's the important thing. Just look at these absolute dickheads. I literally came up here to get all the stuff from the chest to transfer it downstairs, and they're over there bothering my camel. That's just not on. No, you're going to get some. So now we've saved Mark from those pillagers, I will bid you farewell, and look at that cute face, look at the cute wobbly ears. Yeah, you know it. If you've got any questions about this build, please do consider dropping a comment, hit that like button and subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you in the next video.